Nothing like thinking you turned on your camera and you didn't, but fortunately you checked to make sure. Actually, I was about to pause it to do something, and when I found out that I was not on. So now I'm a little concerned that it could be turned off at any moment. I don't know. I don't know if I just didn't turn it on or if it's doing the Gale thing and just deciding to turn off after. But there was nothing recorded, so I must not have turned it on. What am I doing today? I'm gluing bits on the ATC cards. I have these random ATC cards from a baby kit, I guess. What is it? Not that you care. Bundle of Love. And there's a bunch of ATC cards and journal cards in there that I would probably, you know, I don't have any babies. Don't plan on having babies for quite some time. Not me, I mean grandchildren. That's my next source of babies will be grandchildren someday. So I'm just using these and covering them, and then I'm going to paint on them, either on the gel plate or just using paint or whatever. Some of these I've gessoed. Okay, so I've got Yupo bits, and that's a piece of cardstock, and then it was a circle, and I cut a piece off to mimic the other circles there. And these I just used a hole punch and cut those circles out. So these are just cardstock, but they're raised a little bit. That's what we're looking for, something a little raised, because I realize not everybody has Yupo bits, but cardstock is fairly close to weight in the in that. So these are Yupo bits, leftover stencil bits from PM Artist Studio. So if you order stencils and you ask for bits, generally you will get some bits, either from the stencils you bought, or, and they're also going to start selling bags of bits. So, but then I also have some from when I do cut on my Cricut. So these I've gessoed over as well, and we'll see where I go from there. And then I thought, well, not everybody has Yupo bits, but you can use die cuts, and that's what I've got here. That's more Yupo bits. Yupo bits, die cuts, get the butterfly, and actually I've got that part of the butterfly too, but I'm going to put that on after this is all painted, and I might even either water, you know, color it something. We'll see. Yupo bits, Yupo bits. It's all going to get painted over, so I'm not worried about what's in the background. Yupo bits. I thought I had some more that were die cuts, but that's alright. I'm going to do one with Yupo bits. And let's see, that one I would probably use, so that one I'll save. That one's alright too. Oh, Yupo bit. Die cuts. Took that Tim Holtz die cut and cut around it, and then cut it in half, so it's not like a big blob in the middle, and then added some of the little circles onto there. And I don't know what else I'm adding to that, but that was just a big piece that was there. And I cut out some other die cuts as well to use. And I've got Yupo bits. I thought I'd start with a Yupo bit one. And I'm just using art glitter glue to glue them down. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. This is Darcy's Misadventures with Mixed Media. I'm glad that you have come. Basically, I like to play with mixed media, and instead of doing like canvas pieces, I might sometimes do a canvas piece, but mostly I do smaller pieces that can be used in a journal, junk journal, smash book, any, you know, whatever. And so, yes, that's pretty much what this channel's about. Alright, stick that on the side there, and what else can we add? Oh, I was going to just take, this is my box of bits. I got a lot of really little ones from when I do my own cutting. And then there's also bigger pieces from PM Artist Studio bits. And little pieces from there too. But generally the really little pieces, they just trash. That's the stuff that Josh takes care of. And it's just, you know, let's see. It's just too hard to save them all. So this one's going to be pretty random. I think I'm just going to take pieces that I pull out and glue them down. That is a random piece, isn't it? Might touch that there. because once it's painted, you might see something. Like, see right there, you can almost see a leaf in the non-raised part. If we can get that Yupo to stay down. See, there's sort of a leaf shape right there. Alright, oops. Pulled out a couple of pieces here. Alright, we've got this little piece, which I think I can fit right there. I can't remember what Patricia's. Oh, this is the idea I got from Patricia, PM Artist Studio. Speaking of Yupo bits from PM Artist Studio. So, you know, she's always got bits to choose from and play with because she lives where they scrape the mats. So that's where this idea came from. I mean, I've done something similar. I've done like a texture plate using the bits. And then I've got, you know, the Damask ATC stencils I'm working on. So I have a lot of fun little bits that might not work as great as a texture plate, but would work really fun as, you know, to just glue them on a card and then paint over that. And they're harder to find once they're scraped off. So I'm like, okay, I'm glad I have some that are still there. See, that almost looks like a little bird, doesn't it? We'll put him up there in the corner. Because you just never know what you might want to use on here. What else? What's this? This was a piece from one of the damasks. And you can even just, you know, you can cut die cuts out of cardstock, I said, right? You can also just cut shapes. Like think Matisse and his you know, funny shapes and whatnot. I'm trying not to look when I'm doing this, but things keep getting stuck to my fingers too. Alright, that could work there. You don't have to put a lot on each card. You could just put a little bit. Or you could like totally fill it up. Let's stick this one here. It's whatever you want, baby. Baby, 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 please. See, so that is pretty full up. I'm going to let it dry for a minute and then I'll cut off the end pieces. And then a little stinker. Or if we do a bird. But what else might we want with the bird? We might want something. Let's see, that one. Oh, that's a sort of a flower. I still need to cut off my pieces. I just got a little end. And these I'll either back with paper, coffee dyed paper, or just paint the back. Alright, if you were going to put a bird on it, what would you put with the bird? Just, we could do some polka dots. If we wanted. We could do anything, I mean, really. That would give him, let's see, put the big one down here. That would give him something to sort of stand on. Whoops. Do I have a, how about that? We like that? Sure, why not? And I could even do the circles first and then do the bird later. Okay, I do like that I'm covering up the little stinker part there. That's helpful. They're watching Rio upstairs in case you can hear it a little bit and are wondering what that is. You know what? Since we got double layers with the bird, I'm going to do a double layer with the circles. I don't know why I just did that whole circle. Now we're going to totally stick to the paper towel, aren't we? So I'm recording this on Monday, which is Memorial Day in the United States, or bank holiday is what it would kind of be akin to. Alright, let that dry for a minute. I'm not sure if I like that or not. Maybe I need to add one more circle. connect them maybe, or not connect them, but there. Alright, I'll cut off those bits in a bit. Just want it to be dry enough so that when you're cutting off your edges, you're not losing your pieces. But art glitter glue does tend to dry pretty fast, which is good. Now, like I said, I don't know if I need to gesso these if I'm going to do a, I don't want that one. Which one do I want? Gel plate. That's the word I'm thinking of. Oh, this one will be, cover my glue. Put my scissors away. I know, move all these bits to the side. Yeah, we could do that. That would make sense. Let's see. Oh, and I was using my little one, so I didn't get that one quite. It was a little too big for using the little die cut machine thingamabob. The little Sizzix Sidekick, I think it's called. Did we find the topper for the glue yet? No, we did not. Do you see it? Yell it to me if you see it so I can find it. Alright. So, die cuts, random shapes, whatever you can think of to just add some dimension and sort of 3D-ness. 3D-ness? Is that a word? 3D-ness? I gotta remember the microphone. I moved the microphone. Do I really breathe like that? Just like lately I'm like, when I'm not talking it sounds like weird breathing, but I don't ever hear myself breathing like that when I'm not talking, and so I'm just like, what the heck? What's wrong with me? I don't feel like I'm breathing loud, but it just kept sounding like breathing in the microphone, and I don't know, it's just as far. I don't know, I'm self-conscious about it now though, don't you know? Alright, let's see. Oops. Well, this is the paint that's next to me, so maybe start with that. Just see what happens when we get a little coat of paint on some things. Oh man, what the heck? There's a needle and thread over here, and it's wrapped around my brayer. I might need to clean off my... Of course, you don't have to use a gel plate. You can just paint with a brush, which I may do. In fact, I very well may do that with some. But for right this second, just want to get some color on there. So I thought, just start with that. I want to get some color on the back too. See, I don't mind if I do this on the back because I'm going to want to cover that. So I'm just getting color on it. So I think I'm definitely going to need to use a brush to get down in there. And well, that one is not so bad. I don't mind that there is some white around the circles. Well, let's do a few more layers and see what happens. But first, let's grab a piece of paper. And take advantage of our layered bits, because look at this, 2 for 1. You get, it works like a texture plate, but also when we're done we'll have an ATC card too. So that's kind of fun. Let's see. Oh, let me grab my paints. Maybe some Prussian blue. We like Prussian blue. Well, I like Prussian blue. I don't know if you do. I definitely do. And I want that yellow to dry completely before I go add in another color, or it's going to change that color. So let's go ahead and put some, that's the wrong pile, put some of these on here. So that one has gesso on it, so we'll see how that one takes. And this paint must be kind of thick because I feel it moving. I feel the earth move under my feet. Okay. See why I like Prussian blue? It's just a lovely color. Alright, pull these off. I think you can see now why the gel plate is a fun way to start with this. Need a piece of paper. Come on, paper that hasn't already got gel plate on it. What were you thinking, lady? You didn't grab a stack of paper. I do not have. I had that one, but that was it. Alright, I got some cardstock right here. I'll just grab some of that. Because I might end up using them as tags, ATCs, whatever anyway, so. Oh, that was 2 pieces. And we even have a little bit of yellow showing through there too from the first layer, which is cool. Alright, I'm loving what's happening playing with these on the gel plate. So yeah, definitely, even if you just do your first layer or 2 on the gel plate and then finish it off with painting or inks or whatever, I think it would be fun. How about yellow green? We're just going to be all over the place with our colors today. Because we can. Also because I think that the Prussian blue coming through will be cool. And this one's the die cut, so, and it's a double layered one, so we'll see how that one turns out. I'm not worrying about if the colors match the paper that I have here because, see, I'm going to cover it up anyway. So this is actually kind of fun. You get the fun of just gluing stuff down, and then you get the fun of seeing what you get when you pull it off the gel plate, and then you have the fun of seeing what you get when you pick up off the gel plate. It's like multi-fun. All sorts of fun. Where's my, I don't know where my Baron is right this second. That would be super helpful if I knew. I'm looking up now in case I put it up somewhere. I don't see it. Can I use you as a Baron? Use my Valentine ladybug from Wegmans. I think they sell them at other places too, but I think that's where that one came from because usually my boss would get them from there. So see, that's cool. And then you can outline these bits or do like a glaze over this to add more color. So definitely getting some fun stuff happening. Ooh, I got new colors. I got an orange. I finally bought an orange. That is a bright orange. But let's play with it. Oh, and then quinacridone. In fact, I might, oh, it's a new one. I forgot. Gotta take off the, it is nice when they have the little thing. Master's Touch was on sale at Hobby Lobby. 40% off. Not 50% off, but I wanted paint, so I just looked where it was on sale and went where it was on sale. Whoops. Well, that's kind of a lot, so guess we'll just do orange as this first layer. Want to do orange and the magenta, but that would have been too much paint. That's alright. We'll just do another layer with the, and you might notice that I'm alternating which direction I go. Like last time these went this way and these, you know, I mean there's no real special reason for that, but alright. So now I finally have a decent orange, so that's nice. Before I pull those up, let me grab my cardstock over here to have it ready. Nothing wrong with a little, ooh, we could just do like fluorescent colors too, like have it be an 80s summer kind of vibe. Oh, look how good the polka dots worked. That's awesome. I usually don't like to use my brayer as my baron because it's the repetition of using the brayer that usually ends up making my shoulder hurt. I'm still looking for my baron. Wow. So you don't even need like really thick to do polka dots. Just a piece of cardstock is enough. And you can see that the U-Po picks up differently than the cardstock, because the U-Po is like plastic basically. It's of course sort of excuse me. Alright, we still have quite a bit of orange on there. That's okay, because we're going to use magenta, and they are, you know, sisters. Right next to each other on the color wheel, basically, right? Alright, so we got one left here. Going this way now. And then go this way. And we'll take a different color of each one. That's kind of fun, how just little bits of that color are getting on there. So that was the orange and the magenta. That's the green and magenta. The blue with some magenta. Oh, that one was the first pull. And that one was orange and magenta. I'm still looking for my baron, by the way. So I'm just like, where did I put it? I've done so much stuff lately. So much different. You know, I've been doing the doodling. But I did do... I got a mouse. I don't think that would work as a baron. Must be in this pile here, maybe. Don't know. But I want to pick up as much of this as I can. I'm a little baffled as to where I might have put my brayer. I mean my baron. I've already used my brayer. So that was like a really light layer. But the polka dot still came up really well. But you see the difference, the U-Po and the cardstock? Big difference. What color next? That. Ooh. I got this permanent sap green to try. Let's try it. It's brand new. See, another master's touch. Of course, it's a thick body acrylic, so you know you got to pay more for less. But there was no olive green. I wanted like an olive green, but they only have that in the oil paints. So I'm like, well, if I have, I mean, I know I can make olive green, but sometimes you don't want to have to make your colors all the time. And I do like sap green. Sap green is a nice sappy green. Let's see, let's go ahead and do, I've lost track now, so I don't know which direction I went last time. That's okay. Green on, oh, I got a couple green on greens here, don't I? Where's the blue one? Oh, they're back here. So let me know if you try this, and if you're on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or whatever, post some pics. I love to see pics. Or you can even send them to me in an email if you don't want to show everybody. Or if you want me to show people on the channel, I can always do. Isn't that cool? It's like, because the U-Po picks up paint differently. And so, and then we have that white, that's kind of cool. The white outline. And I might let this dry for a minute because I've got some good outlines happening there. That looks cool. And I need to push back those pieces in the back a little more, maybe. Maybe not. Kind of like mark making back there. And then there's the butterfly. And I'm going to put this aside to dry for a minute. And then we got this one. Let's see. Ocean green. Oh, I bought that one. Ozone. I have more of it. I did make sure I bought some. Because I use it a lot. So these say $5.99 and I got them for 40% off. Always buy your paints on sale. Get a deal when you can, where you can, however you can. Deals are good. I'm try not to pay full price for anything. Alright. This is what happens when you leave your plate on the floor. Or is that my brayer? Oh, no, this is what happens when you have a hair on your brayer, I think. Wait, where? Yep, that's what it is. You get all these weird lines, which maybe is a thing. Alright, there's also... Okay, there's this piece of Yupo here. And there's another piece of Yupo. Alright. Whatever's on your brayer is going to come off on your plate. So if you're seeing weird marks, check your brayer. Ooh, pink and the green might be fun. And the blue and the pink and the green. And, ooh, I don't know about orange. Well, let's try the yellow. Well, we don't know about the orange, so we'll try it. And we need many more layers on this one, so... blue. Okay, in case you're wondering, that's what it does with the orange. Weird things. That's alright. Some of these need a lot of layers to cover up that background. And a piece of... And then you can always... These that have a lot of white on them, you can always ink them. And if it wasn't... Maybe even if it's cardstock, I could ink it from the back so that this would stay this color. Color next. Are you yelling a color to me? Silver. Metallic black. Booker's green. Payne's gray. Why is my orange over here? Oh, wait. Because I brought down my other box. What about red? Cadmium red. That'll look good somewhere, right? Maybe with a little bit of silver on this side. Ah! Okay. It's very wet. That will affect what happens here. And also, I could just take some of these that I want to cover with paint, because I don't... Oh, well, that one I would definitely... That's where that elephant came from. I thought I better be careful about coloring him. Red and orange, sure. Cover some of that mess. Red and orange again, sure. So this was a pretty wet one, so I'll be able to pick that one up right away. But you get a lot of, you know, see the depth of color, like just the different colors getting picked up there? Did I already go through my stack of... Let's see, what should we pick up? That other one, that was sap green, right? Sap green. Pick it up with Naples yellow or just the white or rose pink. That'll be gross. Let's do that. I don't know why. With something else. What? Oh, a little bit of red. Let's make it a little bit different pink, but we don't necessarily want... Well, that's interesting. Kind of a variegated sort of background there. I need some more pieces of paper. There we go. Yeah, don't be afraid to mix your red and pink. Alright, let's put this one to the top and pull that one up. So we've got some... That's right, we did the silver, so that silver is just kind of looking gray, but that's alright. And this is interesting even here too. Really, I mean, that's adding something. Let's just do it. There's the white. Do I have plain white? I have metallic white. I don't want metallic white. Copper. Weird colors. Oh, I could throw away this Naples yellow now. Ever since I got it, it's been chunky. It's gross. Does not smooth out well. Let's go ahead and try our new Naples yellow, which is heavy body. And I might mix it. I want just a little bit. With a little bit of the metallic, or which one is this one? Iridescent? Metallic white. And we've got a little bit of pink left on our brayer, so that will be interesting. And we must have something else on our brayer again. Where is it? Got a piece of Yupo or something. Does not want to come off, whatever it is. It won't come off. Oh, there it is. Got a piece of something there. A piece of something there. I mean, you'd think there was a hair on there the way I'm getting these. There we go. That's an interesting color, to be sure. Let's do that. I should check. Oh, I'm not quite in screen, am I? Sorry about that. But I checked. Usually, when I forget to check, then I'm definitely out of screen the whole time. Even though Carrie reminds us to be sure to check. I don't always remember. This is just me trying stuff. And I totally encourage you guys to try stuff. That's what it's all about. What if? What if I tried this? What if I did this? I love when people answer those questions for themselves, or even have the questions. Some people go their whole lives without having those questions. So that's what that looks like. Move this over to the side now. And now I think I'll try to play with what we've got as far as the cards go. Whoops. It fell on the floor. So that's got a lot of grunge too from, you know, other layers and stuff. I love what happens around there. So won't those be fun to use too? Okay, I'm excited. We've got all kinds of stuff happening. That is, alright, this one's been sitting a little while. It's sort of dry. So, take my paint markers maybe? Or, hold on. I've got a lot of white in the, oh, let's move these paints out of my way. So this one has like the green and the, alright, this looks like kind of an olivey green. And I kind of want to accentuate these corners here. These are the Derwent ink pencils. So where this is like dark here, I really want it to be dark. So, let's go ahead and see what happens. We do that and add the water and just kind of move it around. Yeah, that was the green I wanted, I think. And then that brings the darker green into the picture here. So now maybe we might want to like kind of do a shadow down here. If I might need to, there we go. So on the bottom and the right side of things, or the bottom-ish, and the right, let's try to make our shadow this side, sort of. I don't know. I can't say I'm very good at shadows, but I can try. Whoops, and a smaller brush would also probably be better. But then I'd have to get up, and that just sounds like work. What's this? Nope, not that one. Let me go get a smaller brush. Don't worry, I'll pause. Alright. Ooh, don't know what that was. Something. Something. I don't know what happened there, but it's kind of interesting. I don't know. This is not something I usually do. Also, whoops. It's a smooth surface. So what I might want to do is go over it with some, if I want to use colored pencils, probably going to want to go over it with some clear gesso. You know. But for now, I'm not going to worry about it too much. I don't know. I don't hate how that is just the way it is. Ooh. Let's see. Ooh. I can try out, whereas this one is yellow ochre. Let's see if the Arteza yellow ochre is actually close to yellow ochre. Kind of worried it's not going to be. Kind of worried it's going to be all weird. Like brown, like, because it looks brown, the covers. Like it looks kind of brown and not as yellow. But that's the only yellow ochre paint pens that I saw. So, let's try the... Ow, that hurt. Sorry, I was trying to prime it or whatever. That is super, super sharp. The other one, so that's got like a, it comes with a, it's an A300 yellow ochre, shake, pump, draw. So I guess it says plastic. Ooh, that came out pretty quickly. But it is more brown than yellow, in my opinion. And then this one is A302. It says replaceable tips. Doesn't say, it should say on the box the 3 tips, right? Yeah, 2 bullet and chisel, 1 plastic nib. So this is the plastic nib. This looks like the bullet, and there's the chisel. So that's what those are. But yeah, that's not yellow ochre in my opinion. I was a little worried that's what was going to happen. Looks more like a raw sienna. If you get it fast enough, you can get it off if you get it in the wrong place. Because I just want it in that white part, I think. Whoops. I was going to say not on the leaf, but, well, I rubbed it and now it's on the leaf, but that's alright. It'll just bring it onto the leaf. It'll add that color to another part, which is not necessarily a bad thing. So, this is one thing you could do. You just come in, fill in those white spots. You might need to like gesso one in black and then put the paint on and see what happens, because that'd be cool to have like a black outline that shows, right? You think? It's kind of fun. Now, I'm good with my leaf. What if I want my other thing to not be quite so green? Because that's supposed to be the top of the flower. So, I know I have a purple that's already started. I almost knocked that over. Oh my goodness. Stuff just wants to get knocked over. Oh, yeah, I guess that would have been more green, but that's alright. Now, what do you do if you want a different color on something? You can use a paint marker. Like, I could just come over that with the paint. Or I could just use a brush and some actual, you know, paint. I'm not exactly sure what I want to do. I'm going to outline it in the purple. And see where I want to go from there. Because what if I don't want it all purple? Maybe I'll gesso over it. Make it white and then go over that. Because going over the green is not necessarily going to be a good way to do it. So, let's just do a little white on here so that when I do put a color on, it's not affected by the green. Right? I hear ya. You're saying, yeah, I suppose. I don't know what you're saying. Now, if that is what you just said, don't freak out. I'm just saying stuff just to say it. I know I don't like brush lines very much, but that kind of took off way more than I wanted, so we'll just do a little circle then. Or a what else would work instead of it, like if you didn't want to use a brush? Oh, a sponge could probably work nicely, especially if you just want to get on the let's see if that will work or not, because I just want on that part but not the stuff behind it, and it's getting on the stuff behind it. I was hoping if I did it flat enough that that wouldn't do that, but my hopes were dashed. It's alright, we're just gonna, whoops, just gonna rub it all off apparently. Or I could have used just the white Posca pen too. That might have been a little easier. A little bit more or less annoying. I don't know. We'll put that to the side for now. Let's see. What about this one's dry now? Do we just like it with the white outline? Don't need to do much to it except for maybe, I don't know, it's a little tacky still. Oh, we wanted to do something with this, right? Maybe? Okay, let's give it a halo maybe. Halo, halo, halo. Okay, stop singing, lady. You're gonna lose your monetization. Did I mention I'm monetized now? That happened when? Last week? 2 weeks ago? I don't know. I gotta pay attention to how much I make the first month so I can see the difference between that and when I have, like, when I'm more popular someday. Maybe. I might never be more popular. That's okay. I like the people that I am popular with. I don't need to be popular with a lot of people. I could just be popular with the few people that like me for me. I'm okay with that. Oh, I'm recording, by the way. Everybody say happy birthday to Mike. Happy birthday, Mike. He went over to his sister's house and they sang happy birthday to him a couple times. They sang outside too, right? They did when you did the cake and then you had a sparkler. Because your sister sent me videos. I don't know if he wants you guys. I don't know. He forgets there's like a video on my channel already with him. When I was asking him questions and he didn't even know what a vlog was. So yeah, if you want to see what my husband looks like, go way back like to 3 years ago, 3+ years ago. And then you can see, well, he pretty much still looks the same. He doesn't really age. His weight doesn't change. He doesn't age. It's annoying. I know. The rest of us are like, weight fluctuates with the season. And all the things. I don't know what I'm doing, people. I'm just... Halo, right? Is that what I said? Halo, halo, hey. I'm just dabbing on paint and rubbing it off. Just dab and rub. Dab and rub. I'm just trying to make it look good. And because we have the layers, whatever color was behind it, that's why I probably will like the ones, whichever ones I had gesso on, I might prefer. Because at least then it's just white. And it's gesso white. Does that make sense? But this is kind of cool because it's got the white outline on there because those were white. So there's a start there. Oh, I also, the other color I got, this Cricut tool is a multi-useful tool, is this lime green. I kind of like the look of, I hope that's what it is going to look like. Disappointed in the yellow ochre. It's more like a raw sienna, but that's alright. You know, the siennas and the umbers that people don't know how to cook them. Because there's raw and burnt, nothing in between. That's Mariah's joke. And that's why I like Mariah so much. Now the cover looks yellow, so that is a bright green. Let's see. I mean, would work perfectly with this just to color in the, it's the same color as that other lime green paint that I used pretty much. That's cool. Probably should put the cover on my gesso, huh? And this is the plastic nib one, which is like a nice narrow nib. So if you don't like, if you have paint pens and you don't want the white to show, just use the same color paint pen that you use for paint and then cover a multitude of annoyances. But also, I could do another color on this and then the green would probably show nicely on these where the white lines are. Now the green will keep showing with little other pops of green, you know, elsewhere. Ooh, I should do some kissing with these. If you watch Carrie the Crafter, you know what I'm talking about. Let's try that. Let's do some, is that your clothes you packed? Yeah. Okay, I just want to check. I'm like, what is happening? Let's see. We have this issue right here too, though. We got the baby. We need to cover that. I should have. This is one I guess I should have gessoed. I don't want it to be obvious that there's baby clothes there. And also, so this is what you do. You just add a little bit of white splotch here and there. And then it can look a little bit more purposeful. See, we're doing the white splotches to cover this bit. Right? But then we added more white splotches in a couple other places, which is also adding some texture because there's some thick gesso on there. There's some, because I was using the cover, so there's probably some dried gesso in there. Let's just, I don't want it, well, I don't want it coming off on the plate, but I'm doing it over the plate, so that makes no sense whatsoever. All right, color. Oh, I moved my paints far, far away. Do we want to do a little bit of copper here and there? Boop. All right. Ooh, the copper will be really cool on the Now, we're not worried about getting a whole even coat and whatnot. We just maybe even mostly want to just get like that and maybe a little bit in the corner there. That's kind of fun. This is the kissing technique that we're talking about. We're just kiss it down on the plate. Do you need something? Do you need me to pause? Or are you just bored and want someone to hang out with? I mean, it is your birthday. I could stop recording for a minute. Not loving what's going on with this one, but that's all right. Now, I'm curious, what would we pick up from all that kissing? I almost put it on that side. All right, what other color can we kiss with? The unbleached titanium. Let's just add a neutral. We don't have a lot of neutrals going on. Maybe we need to balance some of these bright colors with a little bit of neutral. There's something, oh, it's a hair. See, you could tell when there's something on there, but why are all these hairs ending up on there? I don't know. All right, kiss just a little bit on that corner, a little bit maybe. That one, we just want to totally obliterate some of that. Now, what I wish I could do is just get the parts that are raised up, because I like the background, but I want to do, maybe I'll color that black. We'll see. Just a little bit of, add some other stuff. Yep, and then we just throw it to the side. That's how we roll. That's how we roll in the Shire. We just toss it around. What else? This red one? Red and orange. So now this is interesting. So if I take this and lay it down even just a little bit, then we get some mucky muck on there. Maybe pick the rest up with this. What other color can we kiss with? Maybe a little black? I don't know. Do I have black? Black? Yes, I do have black. I bought black, people. I bought this permanent black. Yes, and I just bought it, so you know what that means. It means I have to first open it so I can open it. Because I was doing the black and white and I didn't have a good black. That's why I was like, okay, what paint is on sale? Ouch. And then went to Hobby Lobby and did the Master's Touch because that's what was on sale. Alright, there's something right there. I did not put any of the moisturizer stuff. The Workman's, oh look, I got a little bit of black on there. So you know what we're going to do? Get a little bit of black over there. I'm going to make it look like it was on purpose. That's what you do. Alright, that's orange. You probably don't want black on there. I do want to try to cover those letters in the middle. If I can. I'm getting some other stuff on the side there too, but that's alright. There we go. That covered some of it. Where's that has white on it. It's gonna end up being gray though, because that's actually, I don't mind that. It's getting some on the blue part. Of course, you know, stick that in another color and it'll all be good. Or, let's see. On like this one, we can take some circles. Where's the rest of the circles? I should have some full-on circles here somewhere. It's a circle, do 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 do. It's a circle. Oh, I also wanted to do the thing. Alright. Of course, my black's somewhat drying, but see, fun. Don't know where that came from, but you know, that's a possibility. Let's do a little bit of kissing technique on that, kissing technique on that, just get some darker color on there. What else? Oh, this one, that one's just gonna put the whole thing down. And then we'll, actually that's not so bad. I was just trying to... Alright, this has the black words in the background, so it definitely needs some good black happening. To, so we can't tell that it says bait. Like a couple letters showing, a B there, a G there, but not an actual word. There we go. That's better. And I can add more color to that once it dries. And do a little kiss into that one, get a little darkness, a little grunge on it. I know, you're like, but that's pink and green. Why would you put black on that? Well, you knew it wasn't going to stay pink and green, didn't you? Do you know anything about me? Oh, that's cool because it got a little silver from what was already down there. Love that grunge. Alright, let's just... Actually, that one I don't mind. I don't mind these black and white ones. He's so cute. I don't mind the elephant either. Let's see. My first. I don't need anything that says my first. I'll cover those up. Well, everything's pretty much dry. Definitely add some grunge to whatever our next layer could be. Which can include some polka dots, apparently. Alright. What color do you want to do next? Turquoise? Okay. Let's just throw some turquoise on here. It'll be a nice dark turquoise. And oh, I like that. Alright, I need to do black on the back of that, don't I? Oh, I could just cover it. That's right. That's kind of cool. See, and I can highlight. Alright, let's let that dry so I can, well, kind of. I guess some of that white showing through is alright, but I don't want that much of it. Because I want to use some white to outline the shapes. And bring out the shapes a little bit. There we go. I think I got a little bit more. Yep, making a nice, alright, good mess. And now I wanted the top part to get a little bit darker, which it did. That did what I wanted it to. So that was cool. Got more grunge on there. Love the grunge. Now, alright, so what I'm thinking is, I want my background to be black. Start out black next time, and then add colors, and then this will become a black outline. I mean, a white outline's okay too. But it'll be an outline of whatever color I put on there. There we go. That added something. What about this one? Grunge. We love grunge. Still looks just more black. I don't know. What about this one? I like teal and red. And teal and orange. So teal and red orange. Well, I like teal with almost anything. Almost looks like a bunch of islands or something. Did I do something with this one? Ooh, some nice grunge got on there. We like grunge. I'm not loving the background, but this part's got some nice color. I like what's happening here. So let's let that one dry, and then I'll play with the background. Well, we needed to add color to this, right? Well, we could start with a little bit of turquoise. Oops. I must have just got a message, I think. Maybe. That's what it sounded like. I think this one before had the, you had me wrapped around your finger. It had the Prussian blue on it. Did I already do that one? Yes. This one needs a little bit more teal. Yes. Also, you could just brayer color on too. You don't have to have a gel plate. You can use brushes, sprayers, whatever. See, I don't know which side. I think I like the back side right now a little more. Oh, we were going to try to pick up what we could with these, weren't we? Just because. A little grunge. And then I could cut off the where it says my first and just have a little pig on there even, but alright, let's see. I don't love what's happening on the background, but I like what's on that front part. So my black ones are over here. Find a thin black one. What's this one? That one's not open yet. I've got a bunch right here. All my black and white ones are in that box, and I'm touching my. That one's not open yet. Probably none of those are. Where? Oh, there's still some in there. I was looking for this one, I think. Yep. All right, I don't know what they're talking about. Joel's, my older son, is going to be going on a trip to Pennsylvania, I believe. Whoops. I should know these things, right? Well, he's 27. But he's going with his girlfriend and her dad and I think brother. So, he's being prepared. But I think they leave. He works Tuesday. Joel, what day do you leave?
Yeah, he works tomorrow? What?
He works tomorrow.
No. But are you working
But
today?
what day do you leave? I don't remember.
He's working Tuesday, so you're not going
I
out
know
then
he's working
today?
Tuesday.
I'm
I'm still recording.
Okay, did you get the text?
You sent. I got a message that I haven't looked at yet. That was you that sent me a message?
No. Let me get the stuff going, but you want to come up or?
Okay, so I just outlined it. I went to the thicker one because it wasn't quite as outlined as I wanted. And then I'm just trying to think. I don't love the background, but I'm not sure what to do to fix it or change it. Or maybe I just want to do, you know, I love a chunky marker. Just kind of bring some. They must be at like the conclusion of the movie because they've got that, the music. Whoops. Kind of a border kind of a thing. Maybe bring in some gold. Maybe the gold will make the background make a little bit more sense. Let's see. I'm going to go this way here. Kind of do like a border around it, sort of, but a broken one. Sort of, kind of. I wonder. I don't know. I mean, if it messes it up, it messes it up. I don't have to overthink this, right? Let's just do like a little bit of an outline. Come on. She says, a little bit of an outline. Oh, good. I want to do a little outline around that. If my pens would work, right, Lisa? Oh, my goodness. Or is it Robin? One of you mentioned about pens. It is nice when they work. Well, this one does not want to work. You know, I could probably make 3 more videos right now, but, you know, my husband wants me to come spend time with him. All that means is just sitting next to him while I do my thing and he does his thing. That's all that means. because any talking he does, he becomes the question man. Basically, just asks me a bunch of questions that he already knows the answer to. Like, do you want to go out? No, don't want to go out. Never want to go out. Answer is always no. I'm just going really, really lightly because I don't want like a strong white line, but I kind of want to bring a little bit of brightness to it. You know, since we've got that dark. So I'm just like really lightly, not even a solid line happening. Only because I can't get that other one to work. So that annoyed me. So let's see. Oh yeah, I was mentioning about Joel. He's going on a trip, hopefully, because apparently Nathan's not feeling great and thought he might need a nap. We just got over being sick, so yeah, we don't need that. So a little bit there. Of course, I could have just done like little highlights.
Okay.
Oh yeah, then as soon as Joel gets back from his trip, he's got his cousin's wedding to go to. There we go. What do we think? I don't know. I think it'll just be fun to play with these and then kind of, you know, play with your paint pens or gel pens or whatever with them. And like that, I might add something. I could add a butterfly. Like that would stand out quite a bit, or one of the flowers. I don't know where or a bird. You know, he would stand out quite a bit too. That, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet with that one. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with anyone. That one needs more color. That one, kind of like it. So yeah, this was something to try. I like the colors on that one. That needs more layers. And then I'm also, I guess in another video maybe, I'll have some gessoed up ready to go and do some spray inks on them. So that will be fun. Alright, hope you guys have a delightful day. Love you. Oops, forgot these. So, these need more work. And that one's not bad. And that one definitely needs work. But I think that's it. Let's see, that one? Oh, that one. Anything else? That one. Wait, there's another one. Oh my goodness, things end up everywhere. Alright, bye's for real. Love you guys.